Okay, so Shalom, we give our praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakadash,
Shalom to the apostles that we well. Salutations to the brothers in the four corners of the earth. This is
Shalom. Yeah, we start with a little exhortation. More than likely, the Spirit's going to lead Abba to take over or, go by the Spirit.
Yep.
Can I get Proverbs 16, verse 18? Something that's having in my mind is the idea of self-destruction. And self-destruction is basically when you know that you're doing wrong, but you do wrong anyways. For instance, you might have an addiction like drinking alcohol. You know that you drinking alcohol every day, especially high amounts of it, destroying your liver. But just because you're going through hard times, you keep on drinking anyways. So you're self-destructing yourself slowly. That's pretty much suicide process.
Proverbs 16, verse 18. Say, pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud.
So another example of self-destruction is pride. Pride can lead to your own downfall. For instance, someone's trying to give you instructions on ways of life or something you're doing. You're so proud that you don't want to hear what they got to say because you feel like you could do it on your own. So by you being so proud in your own way and being right in your own way, you lead yourself to self-destruction. And it could be something like gambling, like you like to gamble, or you like to do lottery tickets. You know that you wasting money on every check doing lottery tickets, but you do it anyway. You're so proudful that you're going to win one day. And more than likely, by the time you win, you're really just going to win all the money back that you're spending on those lottery tickets, on gambling, on addiction. So how are you self-destructing yourself in that example? Your money. You need money to live. The Lord provides our daily bread. If He's providing you daily bread, and you're gambling all the daily bread that He's given you, and you're not returning a profit, then you're destroying yourself slowly by your finance, by your financial health.
Sirach 8, verse 8. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with thy proverbs. For them thou shalt learn instruction, and how to serve great men with ease.
That's right. It says, despise not the discourse of the wise. How is a person wise? A person wise because they went through experiences, and they probably already been what you've been through. They already made those mistakes. So they say, hey, don't do this, or don't get yourself into a loan. Don't do this and that. And you're like, oh, no, I'm gonna do what I want anyway. That person don't know what they talking about. How they not gonna know what they talking about if they already made that same mistake?
Yeah.
So you end up destroying yourself because you want to listen to someone that was wise and that's already been through it. That's like you working, you become an electrician or a plumber, and they're telling you, okay, this is how you install your wire, this is the type of wire you use. But you don't like nobody telling you what to do, so you do it your own way. Then you create a short circuit or an arc flash.
Yeah, or use a different size of wire.
Right.
Because they got different sizes of wire for different types of current, right?
Yeah.
Or different types of job.
That's right.
So, but your dumb ass used the thinnest wire, and your dumb ass got fried instead of using the thick wire.
Yeah.
Right?
Some wires aren't rated for high voltage. You might have used a low voltage wire.
Now your dumb ass doing electric boogie.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you might have completed a circuit and said, don't work on any hot stuff you're new. You can't work on a hot panel. You worked on a hot panel and now you go into the hospital, So you self-destroyed yourself. You did self-destruction. Yeah.
Miss not the discourse of the elder, for they also learn of their fathers, and them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need requires.
That's right. And examples we have of that is prophets like Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. We got the disciples. We have Yahushua's teachings. And that's why the Bible is important, because it was written 4 times, written for our learning. You do self-destruction by not taking heed to the Bible. You're saying, oh, I'm not going to listen to the Bible, or I'm going to listen to the Old Testament, but I'm not going to believe that Yahushua existed. You can't have one part. With the Bible, you got to have the whole pie. You got to have the whole menu. You got to have your veggies, your rice. You can't take one part and neglect the other. But yeah, that's why we have these prophets and disciples before us to teach us what we need to know. That's why Proverbs and Ecclesiastes are beautiful books. They teach you daily wisdom. They teach you about pride. You know, it teaches you about the sluggard. It teaches you about the ant, how the ant is always working. You know, how we can learn from the ant. You know.
Sirach 6, verse 34. Stand in the multitudes of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise. Be willing to hear every godly discourse.
That's right. Just like the apostles. Apostles, they've been doing this for what? A decade? 2 decades? They've been doing this for a long time.
Over 3 decades.
You know, even if you disagree with the apostles on 1 or 2 things, or maybe the way they handle certain situations, they still been doing this for a long time. So their teachings through the name of the Lord is correct so far. You know, they give correct teachings. So you can't go up to the apostles and be like, oh no, what you're saying is wrong. Even if you think it's wrong, you know, do your own research, but don't, you know, make it into something that it shouldn't be. Because we know the apostles are still men at the end of the day. So the point I'm trying to get with is that we gotta learn from the wise. And you can't be teaching the teacher. Oh no, you're doing this equation wrong. You should do it like this. And even if you think you teach your teacher something, you still gotta do it with respect. You gotta remember that teacher is human, just like you. They might make mistakes, you know.
Yeah, just like the elders, like what's going on currently. The elders gave the breakdown in Ezekiel 38, Revelation 20, right? Gog and Magog, right? Destroying America, right? Gog and Magog is not gonna come in power again. They're not gonna come in power, right? Not for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, month. Once America gets destroyed, they're going to be destroyed also, right? So the apostle's giving the breakdown, but Hassad, he got so much pride in him, he going against the apostle breakdown, right? The scripture said, do not despise the discourse of the elders, right? Now you coming to, you a novice, you come and you trying to change the doctrine around, that's not good.
That's right.
That's not good, man. Where the foundation already been laid for us, working through the apostles, right? Starting with Yahweh Shem Yashai and the elders, right? Yahweh, Ariyah, right? Then, you know, the apostle Tahaga Bar Rakari Amla, right? Giving us the proper breakdown of these scriptures.
Right.
Now you want to come, you're a novice, you've been in this truth for like 5 years, but you want to change the breakdown. You want to come with your own breakdown. Right.
And they go by, we know the apostles are correct. They go by thus saith the Lord. They go by the words. So we know there's light in them. They don't go by their own words. You know, and they do research. Mm-hmm. You know, that's how we know about the Timbuktu, the world's last dictator. You know, these books correlate with what the Bible's saying.
Yeah. Once America be destroyed, man, Russia's not gonna come in no power for a month to a year. Nah, it's over. It's done. Yasharala got next.
That's why China think they're gonna be the next superpower too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, China, Russia, you know. But to debunk that, all you gotta do is go to Daniel chapter 2, when it talks about that statue.
Yes.
You know, that statue is a different empire. That last empire is America.
Yeah, it don't say no Russia there.
It don't say no Russia. So
this is a statue.
So it talks about that stone. That stone is Yahushua. Yahushua's kingdom. That's gonna come to power. And it also tells you in Revelation 18:21 about the great millstone that was cast into the sea. That great millstone is Yahushua. You know, well, it's, you know, destruction of America. You know, Yahushua's kingdom coming into play through Yahweh, of course. You know, so there's not going to be a next. We're not going to be under the rulership of another heathen. You know, this is the final straw right here. We've already been in slavery for 400 plus years. You know.
This is Daniel 2, verse 31. Thou, O King, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, right? And the form thereof was terrible.
Wow.
The image, right? The head, this is what Nebuchadnezzar was seeing, right? This is his dream. Nebuchadnezzar, right? The image, the head, who's that? Who's the head of the Babylonian Empire? Started with Nebuchadnezzar. Was a fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver. His arms was of silver, right?
Quick side note, you notice that every material, it started with gold, right? The head was gold. Gold is very valuable. It's the weakest material. every empire got stronger, but they had less value as every empire went on.
Good
so
point.
the head started with gold, you know, and but silver's stronger than gold, but it's not as valuable as gold. So by the time, which he's going to read, by the time we got to the feet, it's very weak, but it was probably most likely stronger than the material before it.
Yeah, the silver, there's a lot of silver that's out there circulating, but there's less gold circulating. So that's what makes gold more valuable than silver. Now, silver has a lot of uses, but since it's too much out there circulating, gold has more value than silver.
Yeah.
Right? His breast, his arms, and silver, you could take it internally. You could drink it. Right?
That's right.
That's right, which builds up your immune system, by the way. His breast and his arms of silver. The silver, what? His arms represent the Media Persians. Right? His belly and his thigh. Right? His belly. Right? And his thigh of brass. That's what? That's equivalent to the Greeks. Right? Starting with the commander-in-chief, Alexander the Freak.
Yeah.
Right? And he died with he died of a disease, I believe. Right? They don't know what disease.
Yeah,
it might be a sexually transmitted disease because he was popping little boys anyway.
And his horse, right?
And his horse.
Weirdo.
Right?
Yep.
His legs of iron.
Yep,
His
iron.
legs.
Yeah, you go. Iron is stronger than what was before it, brass.
Mm-hmm. Brass. And his legs of iron. That's the Roman Empire.
That's right. They
Right?
came after the Greeks.
That's right.
Yep.
His feet, part of iron and part of clay.
It's America.
Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands. Right? That stone was cut out with hands. Right? Is Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Right? Which smart the image upon his feet. Right? That were of iron and clay and break them to pieces. Right? So we just named the head, right? The breast, his thigh, brass, his legs. It doesn't say nothing about the fucking Russians coming into power.
Right.
It doesn't say that.
That's right.
Come on, Hassan, humble yourself, my brother. Humble yourself, man. Then you want to go approach GMS Raleigh camp, North Carolina camp, to discuss Ezekiel 38, when Tahar already broke down Ezekiel 38. The brother said, you know what? We ain't gonna debate with you. The answers, the GMS already broke it down, and it's already circulated on the internet. So why should we debate with you, Hassan? You're Hassan, man. You losing respect. You losing a lot of respect right now, bro.
That's when they cut his hands.
Yes.
Damn. Didn't expect that from
Dropping
him.
on the name is Drake.
Yeah, also that what was the last material? I know it was mixed with clay.
Legs of iron.
And the feet was
His feet are part of iron and part of clay.
right. So I'm not mistaken. Iron is stronger than steel. Right, but it was mixed with that clay. That's that depth. So yeah, every empire it started with gold and it ended with what? Iron. Iron definitely doesn't have as much value as gold. It doesn't. You know.
And the 10 toes represent Belgium, France, Italy. Was that Luxembourg?
That what branches off of okay.
Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, Ireland, Greece, and Ireland. Yep.
But things started to change.
No, I'm sorry, Britain. Great Britain.
Yeah. The things started to change with the Brexit. What is it called?
The Brexit.
Yeah.
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 Started with the Russians.
Trying to turn that back in America. So yeah, iron mixed with clay. That's not very strong. America's not a very strong empire because you already see the son of perdition being revealed, and also America's in a lot of debt. America's in a lot of trouble with these other nations. Russia already declared what America as an enemy, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's not very strong. That's why that stone, remember if your feet's not strong, then the body's not going to be strong as well. So all those empires, America is a combination of all the empires before it. So once that stone hits that feet or just hits that statue, it's going to collapse very easily.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because like in boxing, if you boxing and you hit your opponent a different part of the head, maybe the temple, that's going to register to his legs and he's going to start wobbling.
Right.
And eventually, you hit him again, he's going to be knocked out.
Yeah.
Because once your leg is gone, you can forget it, you out.
Your legs is your power.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of gym influencers, the ones that's doing it correctly, they make sure they hit their leg days. Your leg is just as important as your upper body, especially in boxing.
Yeah.
Your stance is very important in fighting. You gotta have
You
good
swole
stance.
right here, but you got chicken little
little
legs.
chicken
like,
legs.
Fuck out of here. You got the chicken little
Yeah.
legs. It's like in soccer. Soccer, you don't use hands in soccer.
Yeah.
Only the goalie use their hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
still gotta like run in, you know. Yeah, they still gotta.
So with soccer, you gotta have strong legs.
Yeah.
And you gotta have a stamina. Right? So that means you gotta do a lot of cardio when you're a soccer player. You understand? You gotta do a lot of soccer.
As a matter of fact, they even stated in boxing when you first start, you can have the best punching technique all you want, but if you have to, your legs is very important.
That's right.
Yep.
That's why Rocky, that montage, he was running up those steps. He was doing those stairs right there, running up and down, and that's a good exercise.
Your legs is important.
Yeah.
Your legs is very important, especially as you age. You got
I know what you're saying, brother.
who?
Yeah.
Oh,
You wanna
drink. I ain't got no cash on me, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Hold on a second. Give it to him, Jack.
Get water though, man. Don't get a Coke.
You gotta stay away from that poison soda, bro.
Get yourself a water.
Man, I gave it up. I just get beer and I gave it up and I ain't gonna get no more.
All right, you have a good one.
Okay, thanks a lot, man.
Take care, buddy. All right. Yeah, so your legs is important. So that's why even your toes balance your body.
Yeah.
You need your toes.
Yeah.
Right? So when Nebuchadnezzar had that dream of that statue, that's why the stone, which is your house yard, smite the legs first.
Right.
And the whole statue collapsed.
So
That's
I
right.
mean, interrupt what he just said when he locked off beer, when you bet off, you can be drinking Coke, you better off.
You better off for Guinness.
You better off.
You better with a cold ass Guinness than a Coke.
Yeah.
I take a cold ass Guinness than a Coke any day.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead, continue.
That's the thing. A lot of people they'll cut off one poison, just go to the other. Oh, I
Yeah.
stopped smoking. I just drink now. But you drinking every day, like you just, yeah.
All right. You finish reading this it?
Okay.
Verse 35. I'm sorry, 34 again. Thou sawest too that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet. There we go. Took his feet out. You know, just like you do in martial art. Man, if you do a sweet roundhouse kick and take his feet, man, you're going to fall on his back.
That's right.
That's like when you watch a lot of UFC, they go for them legs. They go for the leg first, then they tackle them down. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Star Wars. Remember those big giant? I forgot what they were called. They had these big like machinery things. They had these long legs. The way he took them down is by like tying the legs around. Or Spider-Man, not Spider-Man, Civil War, when Ant-Man was like big, he wrapped his legs around. He fell down. You know.
It was an old school movie. I forgot the name of it. You probably remember Van Damme.
Yes.
It was karate.
Kickboxer.
Huh?
Kickboxer.
It was kickboxing? That's his first kickboxing
I think
movie?
so.
Or Bolo?
Yes.
Kickboxing? Okay.
Kickboxing, Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. There we go. There we go. Bloodsport. Yeah, one of his first movies was Bloodsport. And there was an opponent there. There was an opponent there where his opponent go for the leg first. Right? Kick the leg. Kick the leg. Go for the legs. So once you take them legs down, you fucked. That's it.
That's right.
You know, so that's what's going on with the statue. Yahushua went for what? Went for the feet first.
That's right.
It said, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, right? And break them to pieces. And clay is not a strong substance. You can easily break clay, right? You take a vase, a vase, and you slam it. That's made out of clay. It'll break quick,
That's right.
right?
Yeah. It's that depth.
And break them to pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together and became like the shaft of the summer threshing floor. And the wind carried them away, that's the missiles, and no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. That great mountain is who? That's Israel, starting with Yahweh Shai. Let me get Matthew 2, verse 6. Let me get that real quick. I get it.
I can get it.
Get Matthew 2, verse 6, and Isaiah 9, 6 through 7, then I'll give you back the mic.
It was just an exhortation. So.
Yeah, you can finish your exhortation.
Yeah, Matthew 2 and 6.
So who's that new government? Who's the new government that's going to be established on earth, right?
Matthew 2 and 6. And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are not the least among the prince of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor.
They say what?
Out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel.
That shall rule my people Israel.
Yeah, not Russia.
Right? Give me Isaiah 9, 6 through 7.
Isaiah 9, 6 through 7. For unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given, and a government shall be upon his shoulder.
A government should be upon his shoulder. Go ahead.
And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor,
the
Mighty God,
the Mighty God. Go ahead.
the Everlasting Father,
the everlasting what?
Father, the Prince of Peace.
The Prince of Peace, Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
And the reason why we bringing this out, because once that statue go down, and Russia don't have no part of that statue, right? Israel is going to rule next, starting with Yahweh Shai. That's the point that we're trying to bring.
That's
right? So if you come against the apostle with their breakdown, and you add in your breakdown to it, you're trying to add to the scriptures, right? And come with a different interpretation, you're going off, man. That's that pride. And I think it brought that out earlier. Pride leads before destruction.
Scripture about a private interpretation. Yeah. And we that was the lesson last week about false prophets. You know, you become a false prophet by, giving a false doctrine. If your doctrine is false, then you really shouldn't be teaching. You can't give people halfway knowledge. And that's why it's really our job to make sure that when we come out here is really thus saith the Lord, and make sure we do our research. That's why we won't come out here preaching Islam. We already know that Islam is just a counterfeit doctrine of the Bible, right? Prophet Muhammad, he forced the Jews taught him, then he forced the Jews to accept his false religion. We ain't never going to accept no Islam, okay?
That's right.
Can I get Jeremiah 8 and 3?
Jeremiah 8 and 3. Jeremiah 8 and 3. And death shall be chosen rather than life by all residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all place, whether I have driven them, says Yahweh of hosts.
Yeah, so death, that's self-destruction at its finest. It says they're going to choose death rather than life. And they're choosing death because of their actions. They have an itch in there. They want to hear what the prophets have to say. They was doing it back then when they was burning incense to the Queen of Heaven. They're doing it now. When you give sound advice to maybe a friend or family, they shun it away. I'm gonna eat my shrimps. I've been eating it, for all the 40 years of my life. So I'm gonna keep on doing it. That's the finest self-destruction is the food you put in your body. Putting shrimps, porks. Like we had a good example. He said he stopped drinking beer, but he's drinking Coke. Like putting Coca-Cola in your body.
He's your elder.
And yeah, he's supposed to be my elder. He's supposed to be teaching me to stay away from Coke and heavy amounts of beer or alcohol. But you over here asking for money for a Coke. It's poisonous in it. It's probably like, well, let me find out how much grams of sugar is in that.
I think it's 39 grams.
39. That's a lot of sugar, man. I feel like 9 grams is more than enough in a drink.
Equivalent to about what? 6 tablespoons?
Damn.
6 to 10 tablespoons.
No more than 4 to 5. Have chocolate
Yeah,
or
that's right. Oh yeah, when y'all get y'all chocolate, don't get that nasty Hershey or Snicker bars. Get yourself chocolate that's like at least 85%.
Or the semi-sweet.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's about the same. Yeah, 85. Right, that's usually what you get.
Yeah.
Lowest you could probably do 75, so you can have a little more sweet.
78.
Yeah, the least the percentage, at least actual chocolate is in it. Like a lot of things don't even have real chocolate in it. It's just the flavor of that. But
Yeah,
like,
especially that milk chocolate. That
Yeah.
milk chocolate
Ah.
is no, it's trash.
that's the worst thing you put in your body.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, or a thing that says it's strawberry flavored. Most likely it was barely any strawberries actually went into it. Esau knows how to put chemicals together that tastes like strawberry, or gives your brain idea that, okay, it says it's strawberry flavored and it has a color of strawberry, so it's going to taste like strawberry. But no, it's most likely you're consuming a bunch of dye in your body and aspartame and high fructose.
Yellow 5,
Yeah.
yellow 6,
Right, to get that taste.
red
You know.
40. It's a
Yeah.
precept there. Let's start at, this is Deuteronomy 30, verse 15, GNT. Today I'm giving you a choice between good and evil, between life and death. If you obey the commands of Yahweh, your power,
Right.
which I give you today, if you love him, obey him, and keep all his laws, then you will prosper and become a nation of many people. Yahweh, your power, will bless you in the land that you are about to occupy. But if you disobey, refuse to listen, and are led away to worship other gods, you will be destroyed. I warn you here and now. You will not live long in the land across the Jordan that you are about to occupy.
Wow.
I am now giving you a choice between life and death, between God's blessings and God's curse.
Wow.
And I call heaven and earth to witness the choice you make. Choose life.
Right. That's why the Lord, he gave us self-will, free will. Not self-will, free will to choose. Right. He said, I give you the commandments. You keep these commandments, you're going to live. You disobey them, you're going to die, and I put these curses upon you and your generations. What did our people choose? They choose not to keep the commandments because of disobedience and pride. Oh, I don't got to keep that. I'm going to be all right anyways. I don't got to care what Moses said. We're going to worship this golden calf. They do it today. I don't got to listen to that. And if a few months later, that same person that you preached to might have got in a car accident or might have got a bad health problem, because they were eating wrong and because they didn't listen to the judgment of the Lord. They said it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of little power. Hebrews chapter 10. So.
Because, you can choose life. Right? Choose life is what keeping the laws and statutes and commandments.
Right.
That's why they got a famous reggae song said, 6 million ways to die, choose one. You ain't choosing shit. Yahweh gonna choose it for you.
Right.
And there's a lot of ways you could die. You could die just by choking on the water.
Yeah.
You could die in the car, like my cousin passed away, he died in his car.
Heart attack.
Heart attack, right? It's a lot of ways that they get hit by a car, right? But the Most High choose your death, right? Even suicide, the Most High chose that. But he said he don't have no pleasure in a man's death.
That's right. Yeah, because the Lord wants us to choose the right way because we're his
Yeah.
children. That's why he said he chastises us as he would a child in Hebrews 13 and 5. Yeah. Yeah.
And when you're out there preaching, when we out there preaching, all the Hebrew Israelites, we tell our sisters and brothers, stay away from pork and crabs and shrimp, right? It's hard for them to stay away from that.
Yeah.
But they already made their choice. They chose crab and the water cockroach over Yahweh. So that's what happened.
Yeah.
You might choke on that fucking water cockroach.
Yeah, that's right. Your last meal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do the sticky leg.
Yeah.
It's like my
And
manager,
they-
my manager, she was getting from chicken box, and she was like, "Oh, you eat the chicken? I don't like how it tastes." So I was like, "Yeah, I eat the chicken." She was like, "Oh, I like the shrimp." And I was like, "Oh, I don't eat shrimp." She was like, "But you don't like chicken though, but you eat shrimp."
Yeah, they always say you miss out. She's saying you missing
Yeah,
out.
you always
Missing
missing
out.
out.
My other coworker don't eat it either. She was
No?
like, "Oh yeah, y'all missing out."
Like,
Yeah, we're missing out on death. We choose life. We choose Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Imagine, right? Just imagine, son. You have a son,
yeah.
right? There's a plate of crabs and shrimp.
Right.
And you telling your son that you want to choose me to be your father, you want to choose me, right? And your son just said, "Nah, I eat crabs and shrimp. This shit is so
That hurts.
That shit hurts.
Yeah,
that's
that
what
hurts.
that's what
Yeah.
you're doing to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're doing. It's spiritual adultery.
Yeah, you pick Porky the Pig to be your father, and Miss Piggy. You choose Miss Piggy over your mother.
Yeah.
Because the Lord said He's a jealous power.
That's right.
Let's get that real quick. He's a jealous power. you got a son and daughter, and you embrace another man as your father, a woman as your mother, that hurt. That would hurt a parent.
Yeah.
Right?
See the Exodus. What about the fourth, fifth generation? That's what.
No. Jealous power.
Yeah, verse 5. Exodus 20 and 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, up to the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. That's the jealous God, right? And so when you disobey, the Lord might not visit you now, but he might visit you when you come back in the fourth, fifth generation. Or he might punish the future generations because of the acts you committed, which is literally what happened. You know,
He might just fuck you up individually.
Yeah.
He might fuck you up individually. Give me Job 34.
I was going to say Exodus, we still have
Sorry. Job 34, verse 29. Then jump that. Give me Jeremiah 18, verse 8. Because the Lord could punish you as a nation or individually. Right? Go ahead.
Job 34 and 29.
Go ahead.
When he give it quietness, when he give it quietness, who then can make trouble? When he hide his face.
Yeah. He gave quietness to Solomon. Well, he reigned for 40 years with no problem.
Right.
The Lord does that. He gave quietness. Right? I'm telling you, you can rest for a weekend. Just take a vacation, rest for a weekend. This is nothing but having a sound mind and peace. The Lord does that. Because the Lord could interrupt your peace and bring havoc. He could do that. The building, the hotel that you're living in, the lights could go out, right? Especially when in Indonesia, when that tsunami hit Indonesia, because they were worshiping frogs over there. The Most High brung that. You know, them Edomites was there at peace, all enjoying the pool, and hit them a big ass tsunami.
They go to the water. It's the water you want.
Just recently with Harvey in Houston.
Yeah, oh Houston, yeah.
Some people still don't have lights over there.
Yep. Fucked them up.
Right.
Yahweh did that, man. They ain't had no lights for days, man. We were checking on family members every day. Right?
Jamaica just have a version.
Jamaica had one. Yep. The wildfires are still happening over there in California.
Right.
The Lord does that. Go ahead, Ed.
That's right. Yeah. It says, who then can make trouble? And when he hide his face, who then can behold him?
And when he what?
Hide his face, who then could behold him?
Yeah, when he hide his face, who could behold him?
That's a good scripture.
Go ahead.
Whether it be done against a nation,
Whether it be done against a nation, he'll fuck a nation up, and he did that. He did that to the nation of Israel because what? We disobeyed him. We broke the laws and statute commandments. Right? As a nation.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
or against a man only.
Against a man only. What happened to Saul? Did he disobey?
That's right.
Right? I think, was that Samuel at that time? Came up to him and said, destroy every fucking thing. Sheep, cattle, the king, don't bring nothing back. Here comes Saul. He brought the kings back. He brought some animals because he feared the people. You're supposed to fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai.
That's right.
More than a nigga.
Than the creature.
Right? Than a nation. Because we saw the Most High took armies in the scriptures, man. We saw that. I mean, we ain't see it, but we read it. Right? Saul came in power because of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. Then you gonna bring King Agag back into the camp, right? Yo, Samuel, like, what the fuck is this? Bringing abominable animals, and who was that? That was Amalek at that time. The reason why the Most High said destroy everything because Amalek probably was popping them sheeps. Bestiality's heavy among the other nations.
Right.
East Indians in Trinidad be fucking chickens.
Weird.
That's crazy. And sheeps. That's what they do in Trinidad, man. Them East Indians be doing, bro. They be doing that shit out there. And taking their little daughter's virginity. They say, I'm the dad, I'm gonna be the first one to take your virginity. Yo, that's your daughter. But y'all heathens, though.
Yeah,
Y'all heathens. That's some disgusting ass people, man.
That's right.
Right.
Jeremiah 18:8.
Everything they
If
did.
that nation against whom I have pronounced
Love
turn,
the shoes, Uncle. I like the shoes. All right, bro. This one, the Uncle, right?
yeah, you got that smell.
I got that Old Spice.
Yeah. oh, yeah.
Or Brute. You know what? Or Old Spice and Brute.
Yes.
It says, if that nation
Fuck
against
that, I'm wearing my old cologne. Fuck that. Yeah, that another one called Jupe. Jupe and Fahrenheit. Those are the old school cologne. Sorry.
it says, if that nation against whom I have pronounced,
See, this is Jeremiah 18, verse 8. Go ahead.
if that nation against whom I have pronounced
If this nation I have pronounced, go ahead.
turn from their evil,
If turn from the evil,
I
look,
will repent of the evil that I thought to do unto them.
the Lord said I'm going to repent. I'm going to turn back from the evil I'm going to do to them. Okay, will Esau repent? Will Esau repent as a whole nation?
Right.
That's what the Most High going to fuck up Esau. What happened to that reparation? Well, we don't want your reparation. We want your head on the platter. That's what we want, man. Keep your reparation. Keep your stinky fiat dollars. We don't want that shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the scripture in Ezekiel 2 says about the sons not have to pay for the sins of the father anymore, right?
Yep.
Your father goes off, you're not gonna be affected by his sins. I mean, that was his own individual sins. It's kind of like, you got Darth Vader, and then you got Anakin, and you got Luke Skywalker. Luke's not responsible for what Anakin did, and that's why I think Darth Vader had his last moment of redemption at the end, for all the evil that he did. The Death Star destroying planets, taking out the Jedi, but Luke's not responsible for what Anakin did,
He was really a broken man, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he was far too gone.
Yeah.
He lost a lot, so, if you're not in the right type, you're not a strong individual, that could break you. It can cause you to, just lose it.
That's right.
That's what happens.
Yeah, like in most movies, right? The number one killers is the ones that got nothing to lose. The number one killers, when you see a good killing movies, they don't got nothing to lose. They take risks and take chances. They're like, yo, I'm Family Guy. What the hell?
Punisher.
Yeah, Punisher, right? Got nothing to lose. Just killing, slaughtering, got heart like a lion.
John Wick when he took his
Go
dog.
inside of a bar and just kill a whole bunch of Russians. He can do that. What's to lose? John Wick.
Yeah, he took
He
his
got his
dog.
wife taken out. His dog.
Yeah.
What you got to lose?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yep. It's a long exhortation, but that's because the Spirit's leading. But I can bring out two more scriptures.
Now you give me that article I sent you about
Give me the article.
Yeah, bring me the article. These Arabs are really pissed, right? Especially with the top hats and small hats, destroying Gaza, destroying Palestine. The little that they had, it was taken out, man. It was taken out. They taking women and children. Now, Hezbollah had a soccer game. They took out Israel when they dropped bombs over there and took out 12 youngsters out there, man. Yeah, small hats. Yeah, I got a lot to pay, boy. And the Most High gonna use, what's that? Iran, Russia, North Korea, and these other nations that had nuclear capability. Yeah, that's an OG right there, man. Yeah, he gonna drop bombs on y'all, man. Mm-hmm. Pumping head, man. Like I said, like,
You want the one about Israel?
It was the first one with the first article I sent you on IG.
Israel claims Iran is planning terror attacks?
Yes.
Israel claims Iran is planning terror attacks on the Olympic Games in France. Israeli Foreign Minister Israel Katz said on Friday that Iran orchestrated the sabotage of
orchestrated sabotage. Go ahead.
of the French rail system ahead of the Olympic Games. Katz further claims that Iran isn't done scheming either and will conduct a terror attack ahead of the Paris Olympics.
Iran, man, they waiting for the perfect time to destroy y'all motherfuckers, boy. Because y'all Israel got a lot of balls, bro. You complain, and they want people to give homage to the Holocaust. When you turn around doing the same straight up evil, man. Y'all doing the straight up, y'all doing the same straight up evil, man. Let's go to scriptures here. Give me second Ezra 15 real quick. Second Ezra 15. Because the Mosai gonna use these Arabs, because they are wild men to destroy y'all, man. Let's go into scriptures. Second Ezra 15, starting at 27, we'll stop at 30.
Second Ezra 15 to 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For God shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him.
Yeah, come on.
Behold, in horrible version, and appearance, or Slakia, yeah. Behold, in horrible vision, and appearance thereof from the east.
Appearance them from the east. Go ahead.
Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots.
Come on with many chariots. Come on.
And a multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth.
As the wind upon the earth. Come on.
That all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
Go ahead.
Also the Carmanians raging in wrath.
Who's the Carmanians? The Carmanians are the Persians. Can you Google that in? The etymology of the word Carmanians?
Okay.
Let's see who the Carmanians are.
Different Carmonian. Yeah. Second Ezra 15:30. It's not even etymology. But it says these were people from Carmania, a fertile province of ancient Persia.
Woo! From the ancient Persia. So who are the Persians today? Iran. They are the wild boar. They the wild boar, man. They wild.
That's Teresa. Yep.
Them motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They could go in the middle in a crowd with strapped with dynamite and blow themselves up, blow people up and themselves. They don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Right? They don't give a damn. They strap bombs on themselves and just go into a building, but bah! They don't, they you know,
Yeah.
and they know how to camouflage with the community.
Yeah.
They could go, they could look like Puerto Ricans, they could look like Dominicans. They don't want to sell in that backwood. All them cigars in our neighborhoods, alcohol, and that fucked up. It's a tasty ass chicken, but it's not really good for your health.
She don't
Right?
eat pizza.
Hip hop, Arabs. Right? What's it? A banging chicken, Arabs. Making money off of niggas. But your time is coming.
Right.
But they're the wild boar. They're the wild boar. And they got a lot of heart. They ain't scared of niggas in the hood. They really are not. They not scared of niggas in the hood.
They sell halal too. Or is that the they don't sell halal, right?
This is a halal meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halal.
Yeah. But anyway, read on it.
There are also the Carmanians raging in wrath.
Yeah, raging in wrath. Those are the Persians, which is Iran today.
Shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood.
The wild boars of the wood. Go ahead.
And great power shall they come.
And what?
Great power shall they come.
In the old ancient, was that Arabs? When they go hunting, they put a wild boar like a hoodie. They used to go hunt with that, man. That's how you know it's them. They used to have it wear like a hat.
Right.
Like David Crockett, he used to wear that musket thing. That what's that? What you call those hats? I forgot the name of those damn hats. Nah, it's David Crockett. I forgot the name of those hats. It was like a furry type hat with a tail on it.
I know what you're talking about.
Right?
I don't know.
I forgot the name of it. It just slipped my mind. Right? But the Arabs had their own style. They had a boar. They take the skull of a boar, and use it like a hoodie, like a helmet.
Damn. He says, when great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Syrians.
Yes, what? It said, with great power shall they come. Iran has great power. They have hidden missiles underground. Right? They have ICBMs. They got weapons for days. They get Hezbollah, they get their weapons from Iran. Right? Yeah. So they're the wild boar, man. I think, give me Genesis 16. Give me Genesis 16, 11 through 12. Genesis 16, 11 through 12.
Genesis 16, 11 through 12.
Come on.
And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shalt bear a son.
That was with child. What child is that? Ishmael. Right? Talking to who? The angel was talking to Hagar. Because Sarah didn't want Hagar in the camp. Let's get rid of that bitch, man. We done well. We don't need her. I got a child. Right? But she was in the wilderness, but the angel of the Lord took care of Hagar, gave her what? Water to drink. Because Ishmael got a big part to play in the future.
Right.
I think 12 prince came out of them. Right? They own that oil. They run that oil. They run OPEC. They got billions. They got a car that's made out of gold. They turn a desert, Dubai, into a fucking city. But the Most High destroyed that place. The Most High flooded Dubai out.
That's right. Yeah,
They got one of the tallest buildings.
What they doing? Cloud seeding? Those making artificial rain.
Oh yeah.
They brought that destruction upon themselves.
Yeah. You go ahead. Ed.
What was I reading? Genesis 16.
Yeah, 11.
Genesis 16, 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shalt bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction.
The Lord has heard that affliction. Come on.
And he will be a wild man.
There you go. He's going to be a what?
A wild man.
Well, then the scripture said he's going to be what?
A wild.
He's going to be a wild boar of the woods.
Yes.
It said wild boar right here, and right there, it said he's going to be a wild man. So who they talking about? Ishmael. Talking about them Iranian motherfuckers. Right? And among his peers. Out there in the Middle East.
His hand, yep, my bad.
Right.
His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
That's right.
And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren.
And he going to dwell in the presence among his brethren, man. Right? That's how he able to run the gas stations, run the bodegas, run his fucking American best food spot.
Yep.
He's in the midst of all the people.
America's best.
Right? Getting paid. Motherfuckers got mansions in their country.
Yep.
Right? Off of the black people. Yo, Habib, let me get that backwood, Habib. Let me get that backwood, Habib.
Yep.
Let me get a Coke, Habib.
Maybe get some what's that paper they call? Rolling paper?
Mm-hmm.
You know? I forgot what they call it, but yeah. For their
Yeah,
weed.
yeah, backwood and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Black and mild.
Yep.
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 Yeah, man. Abu, give me 2 pieces. Give me a box chicken, chicken box.
Yep.
What up? Yeah.
A 2-piece with a large fry.
Yeah, I see you out there, Abdul. And give me some extra ham on my sandwich, Abdul.
Yep.
Dumbass niggas.
Don't forget the bed.
Yeah. and put a pack of Newport in there too.
Yep.
Dumbass niggas. Yeah, man. So war is coming. Yeah, war is coming. You know.
And the second war was passed. The third war is coming quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it has to be talking about the War of 3 because the Bible doesn't talk. It don't talk about a 4th woe. You know, it doesn't say there's a 5th or 6th. You know, it stops with that 3rd one. There's got to be a World War 3. We already had 2 of them, so you can't tell me the Bible ain't on point. And that was written before World War I happened. Somebody be like, oh, they probably added that in there so you could think that, nah, that's That's accurate, you know. Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. You know, and it come quickly to the Lord. What a day to Him. A day to the Lord is what 1,000. You know. Yeah. 1 day to the Lord is 1,000 years to us. So time is different for the Lord. You know. So in another dimension, we probably, you know, the war probably already happened. War 3 is happening right now.
Give me Revelation 20. Revelation 20, verse 6.
Revelation 20:6. Blessed and holy is he that had part in the first resurrection. On such the second death had no power.
Yeah, the second death was the missiles, right? The first death was when the Lord flooded the place out.
But they shall be priests of God and Mashiach, and shall reign with him 1,000 years.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
The 1,000 years is the Dark Ages, right? When it was running Europe and all that, right? Go ahead. Read that again.
When 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Satan, so-called white man, is going to be loosed out of his prison, right? They came back into power again, starting with who? Rodrigo, the papacy.
The Renaissance.
Rodrigo, Bourget,
Yeah.
right? During the Renaissance period. Before that, he was bound for 1,000 years. That's when we was ruling, right? Was that September Severus?
Yeah.
Among
Constantine.
other emperor,
Yeah.
Marcus Aurelius, right? And we had other black emperors around that time, right? And like you said, Constantine, about 225 AD,
Yeah.
when they had that big meeting at Nicaea meeting, when they incorporated truth with paganism, right? That's why these niggas celebrating Easter, right? That's why these niggas celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas,
Right.
right? Because of that wicked ass nigga Constantine, which he was a brother, by the way.
Yeah, well, that's why the Russian icons book, right? It shows all the black images, showing
Right.
us ruling.
Right.
Verse 8. It shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them to battle.
Gog and Magog, right?
Sure.
Right? Those would be considered the Russians. Read that 8 again, son.
It shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle.
Together to battle. Go ahead.
The number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
That's right. Come on.
And they went up on the breadth of the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints about, in the beloved city. And the fire came down from God out of heaven, and devoured them.
And devoured them.
And the devil that deceived them
And the devil that deceived them, go ahead.
was cast into the lake of fire.
So-called white man, what?
Was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone,
Mm-hmm.
where the beast and the false prophet are.
Yeah, the false prophet represent the Roman Catholic system, Vatican, right? And among these other religion establishments, because there's Roman Catholic and there's other religion establishment right underneath, like Seventh-day Adventists, Pentecostal, that Orthodox, even Muslims under that. They consider the false prophets. Read on.
It says, it shall be tormented day and night forever and ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away. And there was found no place for them.
That's right.
And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in it.
And death and hell deliver up the dead. So how you gonna say, after you get your judgment, you don't go to hell?
Right.
That don't make no damn sense, man. Hell is just a condition on earth.
We're in
I had to
it.
break down to the lady the other day. How black people is catching hell. It's hell on earth. It's a condition.
Right.
The white people that's living nice, they ain't in heaven. They run things. Look at your fucking dollar, Miss Lady. You got George Washington on your damn dollar.
You got a dead president.
Benjamin Banneker on your $100 bill. Yeah.
It's like I know what you meant.
I guess
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, it's a little tiny.
My bad.
I guess African Obama didn't get his bill yet.
Huh?
I said African Obama didn't get his bill. He's not on the bill yet.
Yeah.
Like, give me the dollar with Obama's face on it. And it's the $1 bill.
Yeah, they trying to put a Harriet Tubman face on a dollar bill.
It didn't happen.
That shit ain't happen.
Yeah.
And they put Abraham Lincoln on the penny. And you know the penny is brown. And the reason why they did that because they freed the slave. Abraham freed the slave. But Abraham, huh?
Lowest value.
Yeah. Yeah, Abraham was, yeah, they got the lowest value because he freed the slaves.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Nigga lover.
Yeah.
But-
Lowest value.
Abraham had slaves.
Who's on 100?
Huh?
Who's on 100? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he's, Abraham didn't want to free the slaves. Abraham was looking for the Union State. He was looking out for the Union State. Because what? The industrial was blowing up in the factories was blowing up in the north. So they needed the slaves from the south to migrate to the north. Right? But there was a civil war over it. There was a civil war over it, right?
Right.
Because the south wanted to keep slavery.
So he didn't know that out of no incentive.
Yeah,
He did it from out of ulterior
Motive. He did it for a turn. What was that?
ulterior.
Ulterior motive. I got you. There was a motive behind it. He said he had to free the niggas. He wanted to free the niggas. That's what he said. Right? So the South, somebody put a bullet in his head. The same way he went out, that's the same way John F. Kennedy went out. Put a bullet, open John F. Kennedy head open that cabbage. So you think Trump escaped a fucking sniper? You think Trump, that was all publicity stunt.
Right.
Got a little fucking nick in his ear.
And he still might lose now.
Yeah.
Is it a woman
Yeah,
liberation?
yeah, and he had a band-aid one day in this ear.
Yeah.
And he had a band-aid on this
Right,
ear.
on
He
the
forgot.
God.
Which ear you got hit? You got struck, my nigga. Like,
And he walked out to the he walked out to the 50 Cent song, didn't he, man?
yeah.
Yeah, like it's WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went to this limo. Fight! That was all fucking stage. That's all stage.
Now they might still have the woman run the country.
United States got the best fucking snipers on the planet, man. Best snipers on the planet. You think they couldn't put a fucking bullet in the middle of his eye?
Right. He could have gave him the JFK special.
Yeah, right?
I got 2 more verses.
Go ahead.
It says, and they were judged every man according to their works, and death and hell was cast into the lake of fire.
Oh, here we go. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. So how?
Hell supposed to be fire?
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't hell supposed to be fire? So how death and hell will be cast into the lake of fire?
This is the second death.
Uh-huh.
That's the nukes. And whosoever was found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Oh, whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire.
Let's see who death is, man. Let's see who death is.
What about it?
I think Thanos said that, right? No. It was the Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
They said I'm the harbinger of death.
I am become death to destroy your world.
Or destroys the world.
Yeah.
So Thanos is really off. What was that? Oppenheimer. Something like that. Yeah.
I got the scripture right here. Revelation 6:8. And I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. We don't talk about Edomites, because I think in the last scripture we brought out, he said that he deceived the four quarters of the earth, right? This one says, and power was given him unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and the beasts of the earth. And no matter where Esau go, he brings death with him. And the biggest example of that is during the time of Christopher Columbus, and Hernan Cortez, when they slaughtered the Aztecs, the Incas, the Native Americans. Wherever they went, that followed them. Not even only through the sword, but through plague. They bring plague unto the Native Americans.
Yeah. And Thanos wanted to get rid of what? Half the population, right? Wasn't that's what the Georgia Guidestone was about?
That's right.
To get rid of what? 6.5 billion people on Earth? gotta connect the dots, connect the pieces, man.
That's right.
You get Isaiah 14:9.
Isaiah 14:9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee.
The dead represent the other nations, starting with the so-called white man. Go ahead.
Even all the chief ones of the earth.
Yeah.
They have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. And they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?
Yeah, jump to 16 there.
And they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that it shake kingdoms?
That's right. So is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that shake kingdoms? All right, so-called white man. Punk ass bitch.
That's right.
So-called white man.
Yeah.
They are considered dead. Right?
No melanin.
Yeah. That's when was that when Miriam, her skin, her melanin was taken away. Right? She became like death.
Yeah.
Dead.
You know, it's Jordan in there, Maya. Be tripping up. But yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Hey man. So, that's our lesson for the day, man. Good job on the exhortation. So, we give all praises to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Hashem, Rakadash.
Yo, Hassan, humble yourself, man. Humble yourself, Hassan.
Yeah.
Humble yourself.
Pride before destruction leads to a fall.
Yep. GMS got the proper breakdown on that, man. They got the proper breakdown of the scriptures, man. Humble yourself.
That's right.
Just apologize and just keep moving. All right? So we give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Allah, for America, 2/3, and these alphabet communities.